Hello? Yeah, I'll start now. Is it audible? Hello? Jyothi, is it audible? Okay, okay, fine. So, wait 1 minute, I'll turn on my camera. So, hello guys, very good evening. Uh, Today in this session, we are actually going to introduce to you competitive programming, especially for those who are starting out. Okay, I'll introduce myself. I'm Sai Krishna. I'm currently pursuing my third year CSE. So generally, I've started my competitive programming in my first year in 1-2, where I got like I learned programming language C. After that, I switched to C++. Gradually, I started with various coding platforms like HackerRank, and slowly I moved to CodeChef and especially and finally Codeforces and Netcoder. So these coding platforms are like basically they'll be conducting contest and you can solve problems. Mainly like competitive programming is basically is deals with contest and after that you have to solve. Yeah. So this can introduce yourself. Hello, Jyoti.
Yeah,
Yeah, introduce yourself.
hi, I'm Jyothi Swaroop. I'm also a third year student at JNTS. I started competitive programming at 2-1, maybe August 2020. I started doing Code Chef long challenges first and gradually moved to Code Forces then. I code in CPP, C++ language, and that's all. I'm a specialist on Code Forces and 4-star on Code Chef. Yeah, that's it from my side.
So yeah, actually, I thought of sharing my screen and show our profiles. Just a second.
అరే సాయి కృష్ణ కొంచెం గట్టిగా మాట్లాడు లో వస్తుంది వాయిస్.
ఇప్పుడు వినిపిస్తుందా?
వినిపిస్తుంది కానీ లో వస్తుంది.
వినిపిస్తుందా?
వినిపిస్తుంది లో వస్తుంది, కొంచెం గట్టిగా మాట్లాడు.
Okay, okay. So yeah, I'll share my screen. So this is actually a platform code versus where usually the contests are held. So I'll show my profile and Jyoti's profile. Just a second. Is it visible, Jyoti?
ఇప్పుడే పోయింది.
Yeah, yeah. Now,
యా యా
now.
యా
Okay, okay. So yeah, this is my profile. Actually, I've started 20 months ago. It's almost in 1-2 when I started. This is the rating graph. So this is how every contest goes on. After every contest, you'll be given some rating. Based on that, the rating graph increases. These are like the problems you have solved, the total number of problems, and a month, a week, and all it will be given. So yeah, I'm a pupil at Code Process. 1332 is my rating. Wait 1 minute, I'll show Jyoti's. Yeah, this is Jyoti's profile. You can see same. It's almost 17 months. Both have started at same time. Actually, he is specialist at core forces. Okay, let's move. So this is the introduction of our uh, like, we are the coordinators for coding club. Both of them are actually going to teach the basic techniques and applications of how to use the data structures and how to get into competitive programming. Uh, so actually, after this, we are going to show you the roadmap of competitive programming. Jyoti, can you share the screen? Jyoti, can you share the screen? Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I
Yeah,
continue?
continue.
Yeah, okay.
So, okay, first of all, how many of you have started or heard about CP? You can just put it in chat box. Have you ever heard at least? Okay, started lead code a month ago. Okay, any of the platforms like Codeforces or Coacher? Okay, please also mention the platforms so that it will be easy. Okay, most of them like they are answering UMG, Codeforces fine. Really, I'm wondering. Okay, Jyoti, continue.
So
You're
we are
unmuted.
following a
Just
roadmap of
unmute yourself.
CodeChef learning data structure roadmap. So it has different topics here like asymptotic analysis, arrays, strings, stack and queue, basic math operation. So we'll teach you some topics each and every week and give you some problems over that. And you are given a week period of time in which you try to solve those problems. And at the weekend, we will take doubts. This is our basic plan of what we will do.
So is a whoever is starting out, please uh, check out the CodeChef and Codeforces platforms where you can create a profile. First of all, create a profile, and then we'll be posting out the questions. Based on that, you can solve it weekly. So, if, suppose if you are this week, if you are giving any topic like asymptotic analysis, in those itself you have some subtopics. Based on that, the problems will be given to cover almost all the topics, and you have to solve it. You can solve it within that week, the next week after the meeting. So if you have any doubts, it will be cleared in the next week meeting. So yeah, these are the basic techniques or basic uh, concepts which we have to go through. So as in, first of all, if you have to start competitive programming, one thing you need to be sure that you learn a you learn a programming language. So basically, if you have to solve some problems, you need to be thorough with at least one language is enough. It may be either C++ or C, Java, anything. You have to be thorough with that. At least, if not at all, you need to know the basic syntax at least. So after that, if you learn any one of the programming language, then it will be easy for you to go with the problems. Because without knowing the problem, without knowing the programming language, you cannot move further and solve the problems. So better start with any programming language if you don't know, and then start solving these problems. So yeah, those are like weekly ones. We'll be connecting those needs.
Yeah. Actually, we are having meets this week, so
Hmm.
we will try to take the session on concepts of CP from next week, from the next Sunday. So if someone is lacking in language or who don't know language properly, they can learn it in this week gap. If you are from second year, okay, or first year, you can get perfect in those things, and we'll start this course from next Sunday. Got it right?
Yeah, whenever we are free, we'll post the link before itself, maybe before day or that day morning itself, so that you'll not be in a hurry, and you will be knowing it prior itself about what topic we are going to teach. So the next week we'll start with arrays or asymptotic analysis. We'll finalize and we'll post the link in the group. Okay. So actually, two questions are answered. Introduction is done, and
So
yeah,
if
actually,
you want to really improve, you need to practice daily and don't try to see the solution at first. Try as hard as you can. And if you are not getting after a certain period of 4 5 hours, then watch the tutorial.
yeah.
Don't simply
So
watch the tutorial or solution code and try to get the essence and solve it. It doesn't help. You need to work on things slowly. That's what we are doing here. So we'll give you a week time and some specific questions which you need to solve in that week time. If you have any doubts, we will clear it. You got it right? Hello?
maybe any kind of platform, maybe it is GFG or LeetCode or any kind of platform. You pick up a question based on the topic. So basically, if you are a beginner, you can say, suppose you are taking array. You pick up a question, pick up the problem set. In that problem set itself, you can solve the uh, problems based on the difficulty level. So once you sort with based on the difficulty level, the first one which you get is a basic. So try to start with basics, move step by step. Then if you are comfortable with easy questions, then move to medium, then hard. So this is the way of solving problems. You can't directly jump into hard, because you might get uh, demotivated. So this is the step by step process what you have to follow. Be consistent with whether it is you do one day like each day you're doing one question or one or two. It doesn't matter. You have to do
Yeah,
daily.
yes, we are expecting you to learn CPP or Java because competitive programming mostly needs CPP or Java. Python is a bit slow and C is a more of a basic side. C++ or Java will be good actually if you learn for competitive programming.
Yeah, most of the like, if you take the percentage people who are solving using C++, I think it is more than any other language. The percentage is very much more than any other languages like Java or C. So better start with C++ if you can within this week, or We'll see the exact date. We don't know exactly when we'll start, but we have mids and semester just following. So we'll see the time and we'll schedule the meeting.
And one more thing is we'll try to tell you the approach of how to do, but implementation and all you must do. We'll not even provide source code. It won't even help you in any way. If we provide you solution code or anything, we'll just provide you in a form of lame sentence of what to do. You need to code it or you need to implement it. That's the way of doing things. Then only you will learn how to convert a logic into a program.
So even though you don't get any question at any platform, go for hints if there are any. Go for hints because directly moving into solution will not improve your skills. Slowly move to the hints, and then if you're okay with that, you got the logic, then you can code. Otherwise, you can watch the editorial, video editorial, or anything. But try 1 or 2 hours at least before moving into editorial. That will improve you a lot. Maybe you're not solving that question. That is second. First thing is if you're exploring the solution, if you're exploring different kinds of methods for solving it, you're really going to improve. That improvement you'll see in your contest or while problem solving. Mm. Yeah. So actually, you might ask what are the benefits you'll get by doing competitive programming. One thing is your problem solving skills will be improving a lot if you're doing it daily. Yeah, really the problem solving skills will be very much improved. And second one is the thing which you are using in competitive programming is language. So you are going to be very much better at that language, whether it's Java or Python or C++. You are going to be you will become a master at that. Uh, the other thing is in competitive programming, generally we will not only focus on coding, we also focus on coding in the sense implementation. And the other thing is where you build up a logic. So for building up that logic, we need various skills like math skills, algorithmic skills, and for implementing, you need data structures. Data structures are nothing like some containers which you can store the data and use it efficiently. And algorithm is the procedure what you follow while solving the problem. There are various procedures where you can use and solve the solve these problems. Does CP helps in online? Yeah, yeah, it is going to help a lot because uh, uh, don't aim only for online assessment because CP has that you will get uh, improvement in that, but don't only aim for online assessment. Try to be better at CP, thinking that okay, my problem solving skills are getting better day by day. So aim for problem solving skills. If these are better, you can solve it anywhere. 1 week will be sufficient for learning CPT because so if you have minutes, okay, it's fine. See, it is based on your interest. If you want to do, if you want to cover your portion, then it's your wish. It's up to you. You can even uh, solve that afterwards. So basically, if you are
Okay,
doing that in that week itself, what will happen is if you have any doubts, the next week you'll be clarifying your doubts. That is a benefit for you.
that's why we told you this program is not for first years, meant for first years. Like, if you know one language, at least you can switch in a couple of days. But if you're learning it for first time, 7 days won't be enough. At least for me, it depends on your grasping skills.
Yeah, then if you know C, you can proceed. We didn't mean that CPP is mandatory, but if you know CPP, it is better. I mean, the features are good in CPP and Java, so we usually recommend that for solving problems. In C means if you are doing basic problems, you can do a start with C, no problem at all. Gradually, even I started with C. I did it for 1 month. Then, when I realized that it's not, uh, it will work, but for complex data structures and all, you have to implement on your own. Everything will not be provided by the language itself. So you have to code it. Everything you have to copy and paste. So what will happen is uh, every problem you take up, you might not be solving it using C. Better at that time, I realized and I started C++. So even you can start with C. You understand how you are going to solve the problem. Then slowly or parallelly, you can learn other language using that, using C++ or anything, and then you start solving.
Yeah, that's all from our side, guys. If you have some doubts, you can ask. Yeah, CPP and Java work fine for time constraints in CP, but Python is a bit headache.
So yeah, actually, senior posted in the chat that we are at the coding club is taking up sessions for first years, where we have one of the coordinators who is giving sessions for first years purely for learn introduction to programming. If anyone is not aware about what programming is, mainly for first years, I guess if you are in second year, you might have had C in your first year itself. So
Java
if
is
no,
fine. Java is fine. Java or
hmm,
CPP is fine.
see what I said is any language is okay when you are starting. Gradually, you can shift to any other language. So while you're starting, do with what you know. At least you'll understand how to
No, she's
solve, how
asking
to
for
approach.
competitive programming. She knows Java and C. She's asking, should I learn CPP?
Okay, Java is enough. If you want, maybe later you can switch, but uh, for now it is fine. We can do with Java as well. So these are the benefits. Like you'll be becoming good at algorithmic problems. You'll be good at data structures and math, like math skills. This will be improving after doing CP consistently. These are the takeaways, and
So,
yeah,
still, are there
actually,
any doubts from your side?
please ask.
Like, how much time can you put into this if you are really interested?
Yeah, these things we really expect from you is one thing is first thing is programming language. Second one is interest. If you are interested only, please stick on to the sessions and whatever programs we are problems we are giving. It will be really a benefit for you. Yeah, these two things mainly what we are expecting from you is. So one thing I'll be posting a form here. Jyoti, you can continue if you want.
Whatever we are teaching here is available online or in YouTube, but it's just to make it interactive and solve your doubts if you have any. So, do you have any doubts right now? I think you can start solving code forces. There are, wait, I'll show you.
For beginners, we can recommend at Coder. No, you can go with any platform, but always remember that you need to start with basic problems only. Otherwise, you might be confused with what to do, even if it is code forces or code or
So
anything.
you at the beginning you certain every individual will have certain problem solving abilities. There is a system in code forces called ratings. For each problem they allocate a rating. See, 800 is the start and 3500 is the end. So you can start solving these problems, and if you feel a bit easy, like you started solving 800 and you felt these things are really easy, then you can move to 900. If you felt those questions are easy, you can move to 1000. It comes gradually. The more you solve a particular pointer problems, the more easy they become. I i can say you a generalized rule that if you solve 80 problems in each pointer, you can be really good at them, and you can solve them during the contest. You got it right.
Okay, start, once you start these
You
sessions, no, we'll be telling you in a detailed way.
If you want to observe, you have a website called Code Forces Visualizer. You can take any good profile, somebody who solves regularly, and you can watch them how what's the pattern, how did they solve. Let's take how how many of you know Priyansh Agarwal. So if you see his profile, see that you saw it right. 1400 pointer problems he solved 100, 106, 109, 127, 109, 125. These are our problem ratings, and these are all how many problems he solved. If you want to see his rating, you can see it here. So this is his profile. You saw his rating, right? He solved nearly 1654 problems, and this is how it went.
So yeah,
Nearly
see,
80 to 100 would be enough. You would be perfect of that particular pointer problems, and you can move to another. That's how it goes, but being consistent is important.
see that map actually. Show his map once. Show that grid once in code forces. In code forces, see, these green symbols are like solving, like those are like accepted solutions. He has solved almost every day. So this is what is consistency is. Even though you solve one or two, it doesn't matter. You need to solve. One thing matters is you need to solve. Whether the count is immaterial.
So these are years.
There's a doubt. How many problems should we solve per day? Mm, there is no limit actually.
Two or three would be fine if those problems are over your level. Like what I mean is, if you have done a 800 pointer now, and next day you are doing 900, 2 to 3 are fine per day. If you do it at a good level, or you are putting in a good amount of time, 2 or 3 problems per day of problems which are above your level are enough. You
But
can
not
really improve your
out of your,
problem solving skills by that.
it shouldn't be in
Once you
your
start
comfort
doing
zone.
them, then you will only increase your time, putting your effort, and you will only start solving more than two, more than three per day. You can just start and you can go. You only will understand. You only will enjoy the process, and you will put more and more effort into it.
at least for now, like if you are going to start, do one or two so that you'll be get used to it. And then here I've posted a form in the chat box. Please fill that. Please fill that. Please visit that and fill so that we will get a idea about, yeah. Jayashankar,
Okay. If you don't have any doubts, we'll end the meeting.
Uh, Good evening, guys. I'm Jayashankar, your senior fourth year. I think Jyothi and Sai Krishna explained what they will be doing for the next few weeks. So, as a summary for you guys, we'll be conducting a meet every week, explaining one of the topics from computer programming. And after that, they'll give you some problems, like 10 problems. And your goal is to complete those problems within the week. And if you complete them, you can get the most benefit out of the course. And after next week, we'll be explaining you those 10 problems and give you next topic and those problems. So by end of this course, you can get taste of all the topics in CP. You'll be doing CP and can get a good at one language. So whoever thinks they want to be part of this series, please fill out the Google form. And most probably next week we'll have the first session of the series. It will be about arrays. So once brush up your programming language skills so that it will be easier for you to solve the problems. And if you have any doubts, please put in the chat box. And if you think you have exams or anything, no problem. You can solve those questions in the later week, but don't forget to solve them. Without practicing, being a part of it is useless. So any more doubts? And if you think your friends who are interested but not join the meet, please forward the form link to them. Later on, we can create an email group or WhatsApp group for those people. There you can discuss doubts, you can ask questions, and you can interact with the other members of the college. Any more doubts, guys?
yes, yeah, Shivani asked a doubt. Do we have to fill it again? Yeah, this form I have created today. You need to fill it.
Jyoti and Sai Krishna have a good experience in CP. They have solved literally 800 problems till now. So I think they're good at giving you the which questions you can solve without a problem. So don't get scared if you think the first problem is very hard. Just keep trying, okay? And please forward the Google form to your friends. And when you fill the form, please assure that you will be a part of the series till the end and you will solve the problems. Or else, there's no use of being a part, okay?
Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for your time. I'm ending the meeting now.
Thank you.